Walk onto any Fry job site today, and you'll see dozens of people working from entirely different starting lines. A veteran lead installer might be managing a complex rooftop system, while a first-year technician organizes parts in a van. When roles and resources are this varied, the natural human instinct is to look sideways. You start measuring your own situation against the tools or the experience of the person standing next to you. This comparison creates a specific internal friction. You notice someone else has a newer truck, a shorter route, or more management check-ins, and you conclude that your own progress is limited by what you lack. While these observations might be factually true, dwelling on them creates a vacuum of passivity. It allows excuses to take the place of effort as you wait for fairness or sameness to arrive before you commit to the work. Stewardship is the yardstick at Fry. It is a standard based entirely on how you manage your specific environment, regardless of how it compares to anyone else's. This concept is anchored in the parable of the talents. In the story, a master prepares for a journey and entrusts his personal property to 3 of his servants to manage while he's away. He gives 5 talents, 2, and 1, based on specific ability. The first 2 go to work and double their amounts. The master offers them the exact same praise. He isn't looking at the final total. He rewards their faithfulness with what they were given. To apply this at Fry, we have to look at what a talent actually represents. In the ancient world, a talent was a massive unit of value. It was the master's capital. In our world, the company's capital is the investment it makes in you to ensure the job gets done. This property takes many forms. The physical keys to a truck, the specialized tools in the back, the hours spent on technical training, and the company's reputation with customers. Success is defined by how you handle these specific entrustments. We focus less on the inventory of what we were given and more on the output of our actions. The third servant provides the warning. He hid his talent in the ground. He didn't lose the master's money through recklessness or theft. He lost the opportunity because he was paralyzed by fear. On a job site, that fear often masquerades as caution. It looks like playing it safe. You avoid responsibility and pull back from any situation where you might be held accountable for a result. This fear leads to hiding. You stay silent when you don't understand a manual. You decline the chance to learn a new skill. You do the bare minimum on a service call, hoping that by doing as little as possible, you can't be blamed. When the master returns, the servant has a logical explanation ready. He has a story that justifies his inaction, but he has no fruit. He protected his own ego, but he failed to serve the master. At Fry, there's a line between explanation and ownership. Defensive phrases like, "I was just waiting," keep you spinning in a circle of excuses. Stewardship requires movement. If a process or tool isn't growing under your care, you aren't actually stewarding it. An excuse might explain why you chose to do nothing, but it cannot turn that inaction into a contribution. Stewardship is a practical, physical habit. It is the act of taking what is in your hands, whether it's a piece of metal or a technical process, and making it better, cleaner, or more useful than you found it. Look at the service truck. One person treats it as a trash bin, scattered tools, ignored maintenance, and a disorganized cab. Another person recognizes the truck is a trust, keeping it stocked and ready for the next technician to use. The same is true for customer trust. You can squander that trust by being rushed and sloppy, or you can multiply it through clarity and professionalism, leaving the customer more confident in Fry than they were before you arrived. Managers and leads do this with influence. You can bury your leadership by micromanaging and avoiding hard conversations, or you can multiply it by coaching your team and raising the standard of the work they produce. Every interaction and every piece of equipment is a test. Are you preserving the bare minimum, or are you multiplying the value of the assets you've been given? This determines how you move up at Fry. Greater trust is not a reward for having a high level of ambition or demanding a better title. The pathway to more autonomy and leadership begins with how you handle the smallest tasks currently on your plate. You prove you can lead a team by first proving you can lead yourself and care for your own gear. Raw talent is only one part of the equation. A gifted technician who can't be trusted with the small details becomes a bottleneck for the whole crew. A dependable person who is faithful with the little things becomes the foundation of a successful job site. Take a look at your truck. your tools, and your attitude today. Ask yourself, are they becoming stronger and more valuable because they passed through your hands? What are you doing with what you've been given?